Hey Springfield, it's Dominique with Springfield After Hours, and you're watching the After Hours show. Yeah, and I'm joined by our very new host, Karina. Karina, so welcome her. So glad to start. This is her first After Hours show, but she was on the list last time. She did the list part last time. And then Lena, and our band for tonight, Xeros.
What's up?
Not spelled correctly.
You don't spell anything correctly.
It's edgy.
So we have James, Nathan, and, well, I can't say his name because he's you know.
Yeah, that's Little Boy Grimm.
Little Boy Grimm.
The artist formerly known as Jason Dawson.
He just shot you a look of death.
Every look is a look of death.
Well, we're going to get right back to them in just a moment, but I wanted to talk about our new venue partner. I am so excited for them. They're called Inner Circle Vodka Bar, and they're on the corner of Walnut and Campbell, just downtown, and they're going to be opening, they're doing their soft opening this month on the 29th, and for a pre-party. We're going to be there, and it's going to be so much fun. I cannot believe this, that they're in town. They're all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's just great to see the progression in there.
I think we can all agree that vodka is leaps and bounds greater than gin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel attacked.
Yeah.
You are.
I prefer gin, but that's okay.
Thank you.
But their grand opening
your back,
is
boy.
actually in March, in the middle of March, and we'll get you with the date, the exact date later on. But very excited for them. Thank you, Inner Circle, for partnering up with us so we could continue what we're doing. So it's fun. But let's do conversation starters at the bar, and everybody answer.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Let's see. Because, you know, the weekend, what's coming up. I know. How do you feel about Valentine's Day? You guys?
Coming out with these.
I love love, so I'm all about it. I mean, I do think that the commercialism of it is incredibly ridiculous. Like, if you love somebody, love them all year long, not just one day. But at the same time, you know, don't be upset for people that, you know, don't be pissed off at people that want to go out and have a good time. That's dumb. And if you are single, like, don't be sad about it. That's fine. Like, love yourself. Because until you love yourself, you ain't going to be able to love anybody else.
Are you promoting self-love?
Yes, I am. Every chance I can fucking get, Adam.
That's a good answer. I like that answer.
I don't feel about Valentine's Day. I don't really care about it. I love my partner all the time. I think that it's just a good excuse to spend money at places. I went to Walmart and it was all crazy with like balloons and stuff. It was a hot mess. But no judgment to people who do love it. It's awesome if you love it.
Shout out to Walmart. Maybe you can sponsor us too. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't really feel anything. I don't like it. I don't dislike it. It's just another day. I'd rather it be Halloween again.
See, and I do agree with that.
Amen.
I do prefer that.
I can tell you that Little Boy Graham also feels the same way.
Yeah. It's true.
We're a Halloween crew for sure.
As far as Valentine's Day go, I'm kind of neutral on Valentine's Day, to be honest. It's a good date night, and this year it falls on Friday, and we're playing at the Riff on Friday night. Valentine's Day night, good date night with an acoustic show with Saliva, which is really awesome. And BIV is doing an acoustic set, and we're doing an acoustic set. It's gonna be really cool, really romantic. We got special merch that we're bringing out. Like we're making custom Xeros candy bars, white chocolate and dark chocolate. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Special.
Yeah, I want to hear more about that.
Special
after
stuff.
the questions for sure.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
I really
But yeah,
like
so
the
like,
candy
so
bar.
it's a good date night, and of course I got to plug our band. You know, like that's all part of it. But yeah, like so, I don't know. Like, I'm married and we go on dates all the time. So.
As you should.
Well, I have mixed emotions about Valentine's Day because James and I aren't married.
No.
So I'm still single as a Pringle. But
It's Single Awareness Day.
it is Single Awareness Day. It is also a working holiday for me because my other job is doing donut delivery for Hertz Donuts as Cupid.
Yes, he wears the diaper and everything.
Oh,
How long
sweet.
have you done that?
This will be my second year in a row.
Yeah,
my
it's pretty
gosh.
great.
That's so cool.
So if you guys want to order donuts and see Nathan come in a diaper and deliver them to you, he will. Just call Hertz and they'll bring it right over.
I do. If
Oh,
you want to be
sweet
scarred
tea.
for life, called Hertz Donuts.
That's right. And yeah, he
Yes
can't
or
talk.
no? You don't. Do you like it or no? Yeah, it's okay.
It's all right. Yeah.
He's got a soft heart.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent about it. It's a Hallmark holiday.
Can I add? Can I?
Yeah.
Can I add on to my answer?
Yeah.
Real fast. I also want to say that even though ultimately it is kind of a dumb holiday if you take out the whole history of the St. Valentine's Day massacre, but if you do the whole commercialism part of it, it's like we live in such a weird world and there's so much negativity. Why not take the chance to celebrate little days like that?
A little love.
Like, why not?
Yeah. For the last, this is 11 days now, I've been making that post. It's like the reason why I love myself because, and give a reason. It just reminds
That's
me
good.
that.
Like you should do that all year. Like I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's hard just to do it these 11 days. I'm like, why do I love myself today? I don't know. No, I get through it. I have a lot of things to love. Okay, second question. When do you feel most loved?
Got this. These are like the first time I have like my answer first. Every time I come home when my dog jumps on me.
Oh,
Every day is a celebration.
Okay, so for me, I've got 2 kids at home. One of them's a 4-month-old little girl. And very recently, every time she's been seeing me, she's just been smiling and like spitting out her bottle. And that just melts me. I love it.
His son, he doesn't really care for, but
Yeah,
the
my
daughter,
s-
he really likes.
My son's kind of a jerk, and I'll ask for a hug, and he'll run back off to the TV.
Yeah, I got mine is along the same lines as Nathan. Mine is just like coming home and I've got some kids, some step kids, but they're my children, and just them being happy that I'm there is pretty awesome. That makes me feel pretty loved.
Whenever someone cooks a homemade meal, it's like awesome. Like when you're invited over and like your friends or your family or like your significant others, like, hey, I made this food from scratch. You're like, oh, yes, babe. Love food. Sit down together and eat it. No phones. That's love for me. Yes.
I am none of those things to you, but I will cook for you anytime.
Yes.
Food is the way to your heart, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Home cooked meals.
he still can't answer.
I
So-
think I can answer for him. I think little boy Grimm feels most loved when somebody plays his ribs like a xylophone. That's his favorite. Yeah,
I like
that's his favorite. I think, and his favorite tune, I'm pretty sure, is "My Humps" by the Black Eyed Peas. Like if you can play that on his ribs, that's like
Nice.
the key.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think my answer would be just spending time with me. Just taking the time out of their busy week. I'm like, hey, do you want to go and do something for a little bit? That's when I feel loved. Okay, third question. What do you most love about your life?
These are like deep questions. This is like
I love it.
these are some really deep like icebreaker questions.
Yeah, conversation starters at
Conversation, like deep conversation. This is more than just like, what would you take on a deserted island? Like, let's see. So what was I forgot the question already. What is it?
What do you most
Love about life? What do you love about life? Honestly, but with my life, it all boils down to my family. I've got a really awesome family, and they are absolutely the best part of my day every day. That is what I love the most. And then being able to do stuff like this, with you guys, and be able to take some time and feel the love that we get for the band, and being able to play in front of people, and being able to do a lot of really cool stuff. That's probably it. Like family is top, and then really close second is this, doing the music and doing all this stuff.
I could definitely agree with that, yeah. My family comes first, but the band is a very close second. being on stage is amazing. Getting to do things with the band is amazing.
I like that answer.
Very well spoken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love that answer.
Very articulate.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I love that my life is so spontaneous. I didn't have a plan when I moved to Springfield, and I just kind of took all of my life and stuff and drove out here from California on like a day's decision.
Oh, where in California?
Like the Inland Empire, San
Inland
Bernardino.
Empire. I was born in Riverside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I went to school
sure.
out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really spontaneous, always meeting people from, like, the places I'm from and lived in. I just drive a lot. I was a Lyft driver. I take a lot of jobs. And it's really random, and it's always different. And I like that. I like being, like, wild and spontaneous. That's it.
It's a good answer. I'll applaud that.
Yay.
Thanks.
Repping California.
You
Always
got-
good.
California folks got to stick together, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I tend to always like get really deep on my answers, but that's just who I am, so I apologize. No, I don't apologize, but you have to deal with it. No, I mean, I love my band, I love my dog, I love what we do here and everything like that, but I think at the end of the day, what it boils down to is that I love that I know the universe always has my back, because I've not been dealt good cards at any turn, and somehow I'm still here and I'm still kicking, so.
I absolutely
very
love that
grateful.
answer because that would be me as well. Because, man, yeah, the life that I've had, it's been kind of crazy. But I really love my loft. I feel like I really am living my best life recently, and living downtown and doing this, and yeah, it's just great.
But, yeah,
just waking up to
but like
big
you both have
windows.
said, like self-love, and you
Yeah.
really love yourself, really love where you're at, and you wouldn't have been here without all that bad stuff. So I mean,
Right.
like, don't look at it as bad. Look at it as
Right.
learning experience, right? Like, don't
Absolutely.
Opportunity.
like exactly.
Yeah, it
You know,
makes
it's
you a
just
stronger
it's just
person.
life.
It makes you a stronger person.
Life is the
'cause-
journey. It doesn't matter what you've been through; it's where you're at. So
Absolutely.
I'll high five you for that.
Yeah. Okay, so again, we're here with Xeros. They are going to be playing this Friday at the Riff with BIV and Saliva. Oh my God, so excited for your show.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Like, yeah, and we do have some tickets left still. So anybody who needs those last minute tickets, we're doing a sale on them too. Normally they're $20, but we're doing like buy one get one for couples, or buy one, get one half off. Yeah. So like two, instead of being $40, it's like 35, I think, or something. You save some money
nice.
doing
Nice.
that. Yeah, and there's some VIP stuff. So if you want to meet Saliva, we can hook that up too. So.
Wow. So for the, well, how long have you guys been a band?
So Xeros has been a Xeros since 2017 now. So
I think that's right. Yeah.
so however long that is, I don't know, what is it, 2020? So is that 4
It's been like 2.5 years.
3 years? And it spawned from another project that I had started in 2015 that was called Sirens, and we started as like a cover band, and we played a lot of Chevelle covers. Like that's how we got started.
Oh,
Yeah, and then we threw some originals in, and I went like a bunch of lineup changes, and then it just kind of evolved into what it has become now. So, which is the three of us, and and Jason, well, little boy Grim.
He's
sorry.
gonna murder you.
He is one day. So I guess all right. So I guess we should tell the story. So we've had like we kind of have like this Spinal Tap curse with drummers. Like we've had like 5 drummers in the existence of this band, and they've all unfortunately died. But the
I
last
wasn't laughing at your inconvenience. I was laughing at the Spinal Tap reference.
that movie holds a place in my heart. But the most recent accident involved Little Boy Grim here and our last drummer. They were in a terrible tandem biking accident, and like they both like wanted to steer, and they just like went off a cliff and died. But so unfortunately, Jason at the time was Jason, and in his last will and testament, he said that he didn't want to die a virgin. So we had to figure out a way to bring him back. And so we went down to a witch doctor, and we were able to revive him. And she was really kind of like she had a lot of like a chip on her shoulder. She was like the only good man is a silent man. So she brought him back, but now he can't talk. But anyway, yeah, we got him laid, and then he was like, "I'm ready to rest in peace," and we're like, "No, can't do that."
Not gonna happen.
Because you owe us. So he is forced to play in our band for eternity or until we disband.
It is
And
it's the best indentured servitude that we had.
absolutely, yeah. So that's the story of Little Boy Grimm, and he was pretty salty at first, but I think he's growing
He's growing.
to it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for the people that don't know you, what kind of music do you play, and is it like original or covers?
Yeah,
or?
so we play mainly all originals at this point. We're a melodic hard rock band. We're kind of in that vein of, early 2000s hard rock with kind of a modern twist. So the bands that were biggest influences for myself and when I met Nathan were, like stuff like Deftones and Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace and Chevelle and all those bands we kind of grew up with. And then as we've kind of grown, we've definitely developed our own kind of spin on all of that. So it's really melodic, but it has heavier edges, But we like to keep it, pretty open for anybody who just likes rock and roll music to be able to come out and enjoy, hearing us and seeing us play.
So my third question before these two take over, how did you come up with your name?
So the band name before was Sirens, and it was spelled like the Greek mythology, like Sirens of the Sea. So it was like Seirenes, like really weird. And yeah, people couldn't pronounce it at all. And so I rolled with that for like 2.5 years. And then we're like, we're going to change the band name. And I don't know what it is about when I pick band names, but I'm like, take something and make it unique. So Xeros was just something that, that I thought was a cool name. and then I was like, let's put an X on it. And it's been just as difficult for some people to pronounce. So I don't know if it was really a good move.
There was a lot of finding names that we could agree on, and then doing a Google search to find if there was another band already named that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's trial and error.
That took a long time. Yeah, because some of the best ones, you're like, dang it. And then you have to look, like, is it really, like, they've got 12 likes. Is that, anything?
Well, at least
But-
it's easy to say. There's some band names that we have to go through that is just like, what? What does this say? Because, yeah.
Not that we love them any less.
Yeah.
It's just like,
true.
what?
Yeah.
Honey.
And I think it's kind of strange that you guys, Zeros, are playing, and 00 is
Yeah.
playing.
We were here
also
first. I will say that.
on the same day.
We were here first. But 00 is pretty awesome. And I am not going to lie, if you're going to do a cover band, that's like the best name. Like, that lets you know exactly what you're about. Like, yeah, all
Right.
2000 stuff. Like, that's awesome. So, kudos, guys, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what it means?
Yeah.
I know. I just learned that
Yeah.
too. I had no idea.
2000, 00, yeah. Boom.
I know, I did the
yeah.
same thing. Mind blown.
And they're doing much better than us because there are times when people are like, oh, what's your band name? I'm like, Zeros. And they're like, oh, 00? And I'm like,
No, just
Not that.
one.
So
Just the one.
they are starting to eclipse us a bit, but, good on them.
How do band practices usually go for you guys, and how often do you practice?
I'm going to throw this to Nathan.
If you even have any practices.
Oh, we do. And they hate me for it
Why are you throwing this to me?
because I think you'll have the best
Okay.
description.
So we try to practice at least once a week. Here recently, it's been twice a week, trying to get our new drummer caught up to speed. Practice usually starts at 7 o'clock on the schedule and 8 o'clock in real life. And the first 30 minutes to an hour is getting everything set up and everybody wanting to make changes to their in-ear monitors, which is really annoying to the local sound guy. And I've tried to get them to get the program on their phones to do it themselves, and they won't do that either. So
Nathan's other job is he runs sound at Silver City. So he does all the sound for like different theaters
Yeah.
and stuff. So why bother? He can do it.
You got a tech guy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't ever get away from work.
But yeah, so practices, we usually, what we've been doing, we do have another drummer who's coming and filling in with us on different shows that we've got booked out. So getting him up to speed and then writing new material. We test out some new material. And then we do talk, I talk business and new merch or, shows or what we have coming up and things. We try to split our time pretty evenly with like business and practice. And yeah, usually it winds up being like, let's run through some songs. Let's just kind of mess around and then I have to either kick them out or I go to bed and then they just leave because it's at my house.
Your house, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's in my basement and there have been times when it's like, all right, it's 1:30, I'm going to bed. You guys can.
There's also been times when we've gone up to his living room to chat for a little while before we leave, and he just abandons us and goes to the bathroom, and we just figure we're getting kicked out and just leave.
That
anyway.
happens too.
Where is a place that people can find your music online? Like, what platforms do you use to post your music?
We use all of them. So like iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, TikTok, YouTube. Like literally, I think any of them. We have a digital distributor that we go through, and they kind of like just send it everywhere. Yeah, so like any streaming that you use, I'm sure we're on there. Just search Xeros, Xeros, and we should pop up.
So this is kind of piggyback on her real fast. So obviously you're on Facebook, but are you also on Instagram, Twitter?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Everything.
so we're on Instagram and we're on Facebook and we have YouTube. We have a Twitter, but I don't use it, and
I don't get it.
we don't use it very
We
often.
have a Twitter.
You can find us on Twitter, but don't reach out to us that way because there's a good chance we're never gonna
Yeah.
message you on that.
I hear you on that.
And I'm sorry for all you people who
The
tweet out
tweet.
there, but yeah,
Bird lovers.
I kind of missed like that whole social media curve. Like I was kind of older when MySpace was going on, so everything else that's popped up after Facebook's been really tough to kind of follow. But we're trying, so just bear with us. And honestly, like if there's content you want, like shoot us a message or whatever. We're up to post anything.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm older, so you got to give me some. What do the kids want to watch? I don't know.
Out of time. Well, you know why don't we have you go? Because we're actually running out of time.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually have a couple fun questions.
Okay.
So mine have
Here we go.
nothing to do with that.
Anything.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to know about these goddamn chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a white chocolate bar, and then there's gonna be a milk chocolate bar, and it's just gonna be like a Hershey's size bar, but it's gonna say Xeros on it. And it's like molded, so it's like actual.
So is it
It's
gonna be
it's our
like-
logo.
So is
Like,
it going to be flat like a Hershey's bar, or is it going to be like the actual Zero bar?
It's gonna be flat with
Okay.
zeros like in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to hire her to work on our merch.
Maybe.
I'm just saying there is a real candy bar called Zeros.
Yeah, we should have thought
Oh,
about
I
that.
see
That
what
is
you're talking
white chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not. We're buying a bunch of Zeros bars and we're throwing them out there.
That would have been easier.
That would have been.
I could have saved you money.
Could have. But no, yeah, we're making them.
Okay, because obviously you guys are all original now, or do you always do covers?
We do some covers. We usually try to throw in 2 to 3 covers in each of our sets
Okay.
just to kind of keep
And do
people
those-
interested.
No, do those lean more towards Chevelle now? Or-
No, we haven't played a Chevelle song.
They're actually leaning away from Chevelle now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this year, we just we're doing Deftones, we're doing some
3 Days
Grace, and we're doing some Linkin Park this year. So yeah.
So, with all of that in mind, with being a cover band, with now being an original band, that transition, everything, that whole journey, what is your most original show story? That can involve groupies, fans.
I got it.
All right.
So
I love backstage stories. I'm all about it.
we and this was more of like a front stage story. So we were playing at Pops in St. Louis, and we were playing on their Road to Point Fest thing, which is this battle of bands type contest thing. And we somehow drew like the short stick and played last. So we were like deadlining, and there was like nobody left in this bar, but like the radio host and a few just drunks. And there was this one woman who kept coming to the front of the stage, and she was looking for a partner for the night. Like that was
She was
That's what she was
more
doing.
than 3 sheets to the wind, and
it was that
ready and raring.
Yeah, and then I think she wound up going home with some guy, but it wasn't one of us, fortunately, because she was pretty crazy, like really crazy. But But yeah, that was interesting. That was an interesting night for sure.
Well, I have one final question,
Yeah.
and then we will take our short break so you guys could play some music
Yeah,
for
for
us. So I asked this to everybody, all the bands. What is something that the nightlife community as a whole could do to help bring more attention to Springfield and how awesome our nightlife is?
As far as like, I don't think that the inherent problems arise with like the venues or with the showrunners or even the acts. Doing stuff like this is obviously awesome. Like trying to spread the word about anything. I mean, I love your guys' Facebook page and that you share like everything. Like especially like you'll go through like here's all of everything that's happening this week, you know, and you try to like promote that and tag and stuff like that. Definitely helps. But I think really it comes down to the people watching and the audience. Like just come out. Like that's really it. Like just come out, even if it's like once a month or once every other month. Pick a show, go to it, go experience it, bring some friends and stuff, because that's really what builds the nightlife. You know what I mean? Like there are so many great things, and it's not just music. Like the Blue Room is awesome. Like I don't know if you've been to the comedy club over there, but it is so cool. It's like a legit comedy club now, and it's people just don't even know it's there, and they're bringing all kinds of stuff there. And then you've got the Riff, and you've got Lindbergh's, and you've got Moon City. You've got all these places that put on great performances, great acts, and bring things in. Just go out and support them. Like that's really it. And I don't even want to say if you can't go out, just go out. Like that. Yeah. That's it. Just go out and be out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, great. So again, these guys are going to be at the Riff this Friday with BIV and Saliva. So you have to come out, see them. But we're going to take a short break so they could get up here on stage and play some music. Yay. But for now, we're out. Tune back in just a few minutes. Bye.
Hello, Springfield. This is Lena with Springfield After Hours. We are so excited because this is part 2 of our Tuesday night after hour show live from Lindbergh's on historic C Street. And it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We are live with a special acoustic performance by the Xeros.
I like that. Those Zeros. I like it.
While they take our life, I can feel myself suddenly slipping away. Comatose stasis, embracing the meaningless. And this is no way to live. When a door opens, I always fall through it away. Me from my sleepwalking. The worlds that we choose to feed, shape or deform us. They build or destroy us with every single breath that I take, finding ways to formulate mistakes to replace, new way to embrace life. I can feel myself suddenly slipping away. Comatose stasis, embracing the meaningless. And this is no way to live. When a door opens, I blindly fall through it away. Me from my sleepwalking, I'm falling down. I can't find I should live, opening doors never known to exist, and awake me from my sleepwalking, awaken from my sleepwalking. Calling for you. Am I coming through? I've seen this all before. Slipping through the back door, a splintered sliver inside of my mind. Pulling teachers so yours can shine. And I know you for who you really are. Twisted smiles, they stretch for miles. Pulling strings tied to our hands and knees. Shaping us just to fit your needs. And I'm tired of the same thing. We're all falling down just to repeat. And I'm done with all the slaving for these selfish apparitions. Cause I'm tired of the same thing. We're all falling down just to repeat. And I'm done with all the slaving for these selfish apparitions.
Thank you guys. I don't know if this is on, but thank you guys so much for being on the show. And I don't, yeah, there it is. Okay, but anyways, they're going to be at the RIP this Friday, playing with BIV and Saliva, so you don't want to miss it. But thank you again. And
Yeah,
why
thanks
don't
for
you play
having
us
us.
out?
Like, for real, this has been a lot of fun, so thank you. Yeah, and we'll be playing definitely these songs plus a lot more on Friday, so a whole set's
whole
worth.
set's
That's right. For
Okay,
sure.
well, we're out. They're going to play us out.
Yeah. to take some time to analyze analyze myself without the negative influence of derailing, unrelenting, unforgiving self-doubt. 'Cause in the end I found that all of us are hollow at our cores, looking to each and every one another to fill these empty reservoirs. We've all paid a price. Yeah, we've all sold our rights. We're all alone. I needed to take some time to analyze my dreams, navigate the emotions and perceptions that I found myself following. 'Cause in the end we're all just nothing but believers taking shape after what feels right. Eager explorers blazing trails of independence while tracing over predetermined lines. We've all paid a price. Yeah, we've all sold our rights. And we keep marching on and droning on. We keep dragging on. Yeah, we've all paid a price. We're all close. Cause in the end we were all just nothing but believers following all our redeemers to the end of time. And we've all paid a price. Yeah, we've all sold our rights. And we keep marching on and droning on. We keep dragging on. Yeah, we've all paid a price. We're all close. Thank you, everybody.